McLeod is social commentator and chief executive of the Race on the Agenda think tank. Is there anything to be pleased about in these figures? They all look terrible.
Hi, Eddie. Yeah, they do look terrible. Sadly, they're not surprising. I think if you've been doing this sort of work and paying attention to these sorts of inequalities, it's kind of what you would expect. I suppose the good thing is that the figures are out there, so they can't be denied now. What's one of the challenges, I would say, is that we've had there's been a battle for the actual narrative. So I feel that the government kind of wants to say that there isn't really any problem with racism or institutional racism in the country. And so at least these figures again remind us of why we have to keep fighting this fight.
Why are the figures so bad? More than half of black children in the UK growing up in poverty.
Yeah, I mean they're appalling, and I think what's some people say is, oh well, but things are always getting better and there's always an improvement. These figures have actually got worse. That's what I find quite upsetting. That the calls to end systemic racism, the calls to do something to tackle the real gap that's building and is building further between the rich and poor in this country, regardless of race. But because of where most black people find themselves, that gap, that decrease or that widening of the gap has a bigger impact on those communities. That's, for 53% of black kids to be living in poverty is absolutely shocking.
Maurice, thanks for talking to us. Maurice McLeod, chief executive of the Race on the Agenda think tank.